Hey guys, what's up? Ian here once again, and today I'm going to be reviewing Evisceration Plague by Cannibal Corpse. Once again, we get Eric Rutan on production. He did Kill, and if you're not familiar with him, he's the guitarist of Hayden Tonally, played in Morbid Angel. He's a pretty big name in death metal. And this is also the second album that since Rob Barrett has returned. We all know he returned for Kill, and now he's back and he stays, and he's still currently playing with them, meaning that he's played on the Bleeding, Vile, Kill, Evisceration Plague, and Torture, and probably their newest one as well. So let's get into the actual album itself. I'm gonna go ahead out and say it. This is probably my least favorite Cannibal Corpse album. I really don't know. After I listened to it, I really didn't know what to think about it. It was a big, huge, iffy album, you know. I mean, I will say that I did like the title track, Evisceration Plague. That is a pretty cool song and stuff. It was pretty groovy and stuff, but to me, it just didn't seem right with this album, and the production really touches that, of it not being very of a good album. The production is not that great. It really isn't. For me, the guitars were too loud. You couldn't really hear the bass. The drums I mean, you could hear the drums, but you couldn't hear them. Everything wasn't lined up together like they should have been. Like, you have to have the vocals, and then you gotta get the guitar, and then the drums, and whatnot, and you gotta have them lined up. You can't have one more higher than the other one. You can't have it louder than the other one. And vocals were really loud on this album too. And I think that's the problem with a lot of newer bands, is they have this kind of production, this style of production, when they have the guitars and vocals as loud as they can be, and then the drums and the bass really just seem like background instruments. I mean, that's the way some bands do it nowadays, and it's not right. It's definitely not right. And I kind of the production of this album really reminded me of that, of like the newer bands doing all this, like, you know, just all the new stuff that they're doing now. Not like I'm still talking about heavy metal. I mean heavy metal, not every music on the planet. But that's production. Music wise, the songwriting, Alex Webster pretty much did all the songwriting. There was like one or two songs that he didn't write, and it didn't work. It was like, I mean, you have to have everybody in the songwriting process. Kill had a good songwriting process. I mean, Alex Webster probably wrote more songs than everybody else, but he didn't write every song on the whole entire album. And other Cannibal Corpse works, he doesn't write all the songs. And in this one, he pretty much wrote all the songs. There's like one Pat wrote, and I think Alex wrote one with Rob Barrett. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. And the songwriting wasn't that great, and the music itself wasn't that great either. It seemed like they were, to me, it seemed like they were trying to do too much of the new death metal stuff, and they should have kept with their own stuff. I don't know. This album, in all, just didn't seem right. The lyrics, I mean, some of the lyrics were alright, I guess, but the song titles were pretty cheesy. Yeah. Like, Beheaded and Boning. I don't know. I didn't feel right. This definitely wasn't one of those Cannibal Corpse albums when you look at the song title and you're like, whoa, holy crap, I really want to listen to that song. Like Hammer Smash Face. You look at that song title and it's like Hammer Smash Face. Holy crap. That's gotta be like the coolest song title ever. But they didn't have it with this album, and it sucks. And in a way, it wouldn't not have made it any better, because the music wasn't that great anyway. So yeah, definitely my least favorite Cannibal Corpse album. And I'm gonna go ahead and end this review because I don't have anything else to say about it, except for the fact that, yeah, I didn't care for it as much, except for like that one song, Evisceration Plague. Other than that, I didn't care for it. I don't hate it. I definitely don't hate it. I'm not gonna, like, this video is not bashing it, like saying, oh, this is the worst death metal album of all time and all. I definitely don't hate it, but I just didn't like it. I didn't get into it. That's all, except for the one song. So, that's all I have for this review. I'm going to give Evisceration Plague a 4 out of 10. Later, guys.